Here in Lagos, the state governor, Babajide Sanwoolu, has sent the list of proposed cabinet members to the Lagos State House of Assembly for ratification. The list consists of 39 names, with 30% women, youths, technocrats, and politicians. Among former cabinet members who made the list are former Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotoso, his budget and economic planning counterpart, Mr. Egube, and former Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, among others. Now, I'm being joined by the executive editor, Upshot Media, Mujid Jamil, to discuss Governor Sanwo-Olu's proposed cabinet. Good to have you join us.
Yeah, Precious, good evening.
Good evening. I mean, when you look at this list, it seems like a major shakeup in the Lagos cabinet when you consider that just five former commissioners out of the 35 from 2019 made it to this list. Is this an indictment on the performance of the previous cabinet? You know, when you consider the general notion is, look, if you do well, you will be returned.
No, I won't say it's an indictment, but rather I would say it shows that Lagos has a pool of resources that the governor can actually source from. And you could see that it's such a balanced cabinet that Mr. Babajide Sanwoolu, the governor of Lagos State, has put forward, which comprises of course, about 30% women and capable women for that matter. And also we have youths well represented, like Lekan Fatodu and Dolapo Fashawe, who's is a GM in the civil service, coming up now as a commissioner, a medical doctor for that matter. And also you have, and they are also coming in as technocrats too. Then we have, the technocrats like Femi Pedro, who has been a Solicitor General in the States, and Lawal Pedro, a senior advocate of Nigeria. And it is of note here that he is one of the first civil servants to earn that precious position of senior advocate of Nigeria as a civil servant in the service of Lagos State. That's Lawal Pedro for you. And I want to believe he's going to be the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, because he's replacing Moyosoro Banjo, who also did well. So it's not about the five who made it, including the Commissioner for Information and Strategy. We call him the editor of editors, and who has become a rallying point between about 3 generations of media men. So he earns a lot of respect, is the eye of the government, and he has a lot of respect in the media. And the media is very key to the perception of any government. Especially what comes to mind here is the way Lagos State government, under the governor, who served as the incident commander, handled COVID and NSAS. These 2 key issues shook Lagos to its foundation, but I think we have seen Lagos coming stronger.
Absolutely. One must say that the resume, especially for some of the women on that list, I went through their profile and it's quite impressive. But, moving on next will be the screening by the State House of Assembly. The general perception is that, look, for State Houses of Assembly, the screening is not as detailed because, as I would say, all politics, is local. But what is the standard practice for lawmakers, irrespective of the party affiliation?
I won't say the screening will be business as usual, because in 2019, when Sanwo-Olu also submitted his list, it was a very, very thorough screening from the Mudashiru Obasa-led House of Assembly. So it's not just that there was no case of a bow and go for any of them. So, and I expect that the same will do the case. I don't know about other states, but in Lagos, it's not going to be business as usual. And I want to urge the nominees to come fully prepared. Of course, they are men and women of character and the substance that we have there. Like Engineer Aramide Adeyoye, who is coming back. She was a special advisor, works. And also Mrs. Adefisayo, the Commissioner for education, and also Tokunbo Wahab, special advisor, higher education. So, I mean, these are people who can hold their head any day in front of the House of Assembly and pass any screening exercise.
And what do you expect? You know, you have mentioned how the resume of the people on this list. What do you expect for, you know, what does that mean for performance in Lagos in the next 4 years?
Yes, just like we've had it since 1999 when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is our president now. Lagos has always been lucky with the cabinets and the pool of resources that comes to serve as commissioners and special advisors. So, and we have governors too who are very smart, from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Fashola to Ambode and now Sanwoolu. They have always been lucky, and you see, when you have a very good team, you have a seamless administration. It's like Lagos is one of the states in the country that can actually run on autopilot. I mean, and with the quality and crop of men that we have here, I think, you know, Professor Akin Abayomi is coming back. Lekan Fatodu, who was SSA in SDG, is coming up as a commissioner, one of these young chaps. And also Tubosun Alake, they know the terrain. I see them doing better in this new dispensation. So Lagos is lucky to have this crop of men. And kudos to the governor for being able to assemble this team of core professionals, technocrats, women, and of course, politicians like Mrs. Toke Benson.
And we're looking forward to that screening by the Lagos State House of Assembly, as well as the performance in the next 4 years. Thank you so much for talking to us, Executive Editor, Upshot Media, Mujid Jamiu.
Thank you very much.